Because every athlete deserves to be treated like a pro. Henry Ford Sports Medicine.
At Michigan First Mortgage, we believe a home is more than just four walls. It's endless possibilities, where relationships are strengthened and next steps are taken. It's a place to call your very own, where you can create new traditions and welcome family with open arms. And at Michigan First, it's at the heart of everything we do. Let us help you discover the possibilities of home.
From our very first breath, curiosity is why we question everything through barrages of whys and how comes. It now needs the tools to will its vision into existence. Tools that will forever allow curiosity to obscure the line between technology and magic. Be curious. Make magic. Lawrence Technological University.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With a TurboMax engine and a 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Or GM employees with a current eligible lease can get this Silverado for $299 a month. Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's men's hockey doubleheader. Game 2 tonight is the Grizzlies of Oakland versus your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. The MCHC at Lawrence Tech takes great pride in the conduct of its student athletes, coaches, officials, and spectators. We encourage cheering the team with the spirit of good sportsmanship kept in mind. Here are the starters for Oakland. At center, number 8, Matt Bell. At left wing, number 23, Jack Hayden. At right wing, number 88, Dominic Ruiz. At left defense, number 24, Ryan Kachi. At right defense, number 26, Griffin Geertz. And in goal, number 35, Tate Pottine. The head coach of the Grizzlies is Matt Sterling. His assistants are Tyler Lampman, Sam Palmeter, Nick Rogers, and Clayton Brown. Here are the starters for your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. In goal, number 31, Griffith Foster. At left defense, number 25, Trevor Logier. At right defense, number 18, Peyton Arnold. At left wing, number 24, Zach Reyes. At center, number 19, Tommy Walsh. And at right wing, number 19, Ben Dalhas. The Blue Devils are coached by Ken Gaffney. His assistants are Michael William, Bryce Ebert, Griffin Gronowski, and Max Vansworth. We ask that you
Welcome everyone to Farmington Hills Ice Arena. Just about underway in our last matchup of the night. It's Division III and two top 10 teams going at it here today. It's Oakland University and Lawrence Tech here today. Jeremy Otto alongside John Snow to bring you the call. Had a very chippy Division I game earlier between LTU and Cleary. We'll see what this one holds today. But, you know, two teams with two pretty good goaltenders in Griffin Foster. He'll get the start today for Lawrence Tech, his 8th game of the year. Tate Pottinger on the other side, the native of Grand Rapids, wears number 35. This will be his 10th game. Both teams spread around their wealth in terms of their goalies used and are pretty confident in their two guys. See what we see in this one here tonight.
Yeah, both these teams within the top 10 of the Division III rankings. Oakland at number 6 and Lawrence Tech at number 8.
Opening faceoff is underway here. We've got a quick whistle.
Puck went out of play into the bench, so it's going to be a faceoff from that near dot. But talking about these goaltenders, Griffin Foster, this will be his 8th game played. He has a 6-1 record. He's only given up 10 goals all year and has 2 shutouts.
That one clapped in, back behind Pottinger here. Sprinted on that far face-off circle, punched out by Oakland. He's back to center ice for Zachary Reyes. Reyes, long pass in, nobody touched as Oakland will recollect. Pinned across the boards. And DeHaas is going to put on a hit.
The clock on the scoreboard has not been running, so it appears to be jammed, and I don't think anybody realizes it yet. But they're going to let play resume.
Well, now they've turned the board off to try to reset, and now they realize because of the flash of the light, so they will stop play and try to figure that out here.
Yeah, we saw this back in the first game in which the clock would not stop, and now this time it wasn't even going. And so it is very often during this year that the scoreboard has jammed, so now it's up to the officials to see how much time was taken off. And we will definitely see how it all works out. But on the other side, since we're still on the goaltender topic, Tate Pottinger making his 10th start. He has a 7-2 record. He's given up 24 goals all year, a goals against average of 2.81, 278 saves. And the reason why that number is compared higher up than Griffin Foster is because Oakland has played 3 extra games more than Lawrence Tech this year, in which they lead the main conference in which of games played, because not everybody gets the same amount of schedule time as everybody else does every year in terms of starting and in terms of opponents. Everybody doesn't face everybody within this conference, so sometimes it's an uneven number no matter which way you look at it.
Jack McCaddy wins the face-off there. They put 18:45 on the clock, so that's what they'll roll with going forward. Hope that everything works out okay. Furtick laid it off to the right of goal, back to the center of the point. A shot that I think Griffin Foster was a bit screened on that time, but it all worked out in the end.
Yeah, I did get the deflection in front, but was able to stick out the right leg and able to get it with the pad.
Quick pass to get that over the line. Another quick saucer pass out in front. Backhander, they score. Jake McCaddy will bury his 7th of the year.
Yeah, that was a little bit too easy there for McCaddy, and he was left all alone. He's a rookie this year, and McCaddy gets that early lead. This is what Oakland does. They find that open seam, and they pass along. And McCaddy was right there on the backhand shot, got it right for the 5-hole of Griffin Foster, who gives up his 11th of the year.
McCaddy, the native of Ira, Michigan.
We will see how Lawrence Tech responds because, especially on the side of Griffin Foster, he only gives up 1.4 goals against. And he's made 128 saves, so he's basically been a wall back there for most of the season.
This puck ends up behind the Lawrence Tech goal. Shifted out once again by Blaine Young. Young behind the Oakland cage now. Oakland coming off a 2-2 tie versus Michigan State at Munn Arena. This Lawrence Tech team has been rolling for a while, 8 in a row for them now.
It has been quite a roll, and in which they've had to play comeback. They've had to win one in overtime against Purdue, and that was definitely a great game to watch and be a part of, because as we get a penalty coming up. But still, this Lawrence Tech team, they've had to go for a lot in order to win 8 in a row, as I believe they're going to get Mitchell Selmeyer into the box. He's a senior from Rockford. So first power play coming up for Oakland. And on the power play, Oakland has a 24.6% power play percentage. They've scored 16 goals on 65 total power play opportunities.
Tommy Davis, puck on a string there, able to put it into the belly of Griffin Foster.
But you also look at the penalty kill on both sides, and they're both very evenly matched. The penalty kill for Lawrence Tech at 88.5%, and the penalty kill on the other side for Oakland is at 84.8%. Both within very top rankings of the conference.
Oakland scrapping off some passes here. Push into the corner by Peyton Arnold there, wearing 18 tonight. Check from behind. Arbor lost his footing. Puck squirting free. Arbor chasing after that one behind the goal.
And for Lawrence Tech on their penalty kill, they've only given up 6 power play goals all year.
Blue Devils slamming that off the glass, just kept in momentarily. Oakland able to stay onside as they charge to the goal there, shuttered aside. It was Reese Williams with the jamming try. He'll have to back up to his own territory to pick this one up. 50 seconds left on the 5-on floor. 4 minutes into this game, already 1-0 Oakland. Williams again has controlled play on this power play. Punched down on the other side by Will Jentz. Side winding hit upended Tommy Davis. Here comes LTU shorthanded. Nick Schoen put it towards the target. 26 seconds left in the 5-on-4.
Yeah, both these teams, they do have 2 shorthanded goals apiece.
That one sticked aside. Griffin Foster trying to stay engaged after the early goal. Owen Przbala has been the other half of this tandem, the third in the mix as well for Lawrence Tech. Przbala's played in 5 games. He actually played the last one against Purdue. It was a sweep in a little 2-game series.
No, definitely. That was the 14th ranked team in the D3 conference, in the D3 nation. And they pushed Lawrence Tech to their limit, and Lawrence Tech took care of business. An overtime victory in game 1, took a 2-goal affair in game number 2.
Back to full strength now. Lawrence Tech looking for their first opportunity. De Haas skating the other way, lifts one high. Flip back in on the far face-off circle, rimming around the slot. Got a shot off, and Reyes saw it blockered aside. We've got another hand pass here. First of the day in this game. We saw a couple in our Division I game.
Yeah, we saw that a couple of times in which players will still try to sneak it, and hopefully the officials won't see it that much, but all the advancement tries, the officials have been there to really gobble it up.
Back at center ice here, Oakland slamming one into the corner. Guillermo Hernandez saw it shift the other direction now. They lose the tire, and look out. Bunch of jabbing, the initial opportunity there from Sharp. Good job there by Griffin Foster to settle things down.
Yeah, so one thing about the D3 team is that they have a lot of guys recruited in which they will only be able to switch out guys, switch out different players on a double number type system. So we've seen some other guys contributing it in tonight.
Juha's got his way through. That one dribbles out in front and just ends up wide. Pottinger breathes a sigh of relief in goal here for Oakland.
Yeah, Juha, he is Lawrence Tech's leader, along with the point boards and also with goals scored. He has 10 on the night, the only one with double-digit goals.
Jens had a shot there, but meeting it out was Pottinger. Trying to dribble that through the legs, popped from behind and slapped off the back of the boards by Loschia. Dominic Ruiz sends it in the zone, picked off by LTU. Back and forth action here. Oakland scored a very early goal just a couple moments into this contest. Rado into the corner. LTU comes out with it on a two scrum. They had Alex Grove out in front.
Yeah, look for Grove to crash all on that backside, looking for that one-timer.
Looking for a quick one-timer out in front. They score! 1-1 with 13:11 left to play. Devin Genzel, the Livonia product, scores his third of the year.
You see a lot of great talent out of the Livonia system. Churchill, Stevenson, and for Genzel, he definitely gets the answer back for Lawrence Tech to even this thing up at 1 apiece.
Genzel, the young sophomore, stands 6'1", with a big goal here for Lawrence Tech.
Sophomore construction management major. A lot of engineers amongst these hockey roster.
That one chopped at, and enough to get it out. Going to catch up with it is DeHaas. Oakland able to gain it back quickly, looking to buzz it into the zone here. Tommy Davis had a crack at things. Benjamin DeHaas took it over. One-on-one if he hurries. Poke checked out though by Pottinger. Nice job of the keeper wearing black and gray here today. The assist goes to Grove here for Lawrence Tech. LTU sandwiched out the Golden Grizzlies there, popped over the top by Stepanek. Try to catch the Blue Devils on a change here. Ooh. Tough hit into the boards. Young sends it on down. Now it's Zarnik's shot. Redirected as Hernandez chases it into the corner. Guillermo, product of Mexico. Sports number 2 here for LTU. Chopped at a few times, making the difference that time is Young. Sent forward for Tommy Walsh. Oakland lurking in their own defensive territory here, looking to set something up. 11-17 left to go in a tie game in the first period. Shot off the boards by Loschia. Twirling around to keep that one in, Peyton Arnold.
Yeah, Arnold's a guy in which he hasn't really played a lot this year, and he's taken over the place of Logan Barnes, who normally wears that 18, along with the duties of Blaine Young at number 5.
Avoiding a hit there is Brody Plant. Taken back again by Juhas. Juhas sends it forward. Set back down by Brian Evans.
We're going to get another illegal movement of the puck. So it's going to be a face-off from inside the offensive zone of Lawrence Tech. But it is kind of interesting the fact that they've kept the same amount of lineups throughout these 8 games. And then during that long break, like we mentioned, how is everybody going to feel? How's everybody going to respond? And for Ken Gaffney to go to some other guys in which have not played a lot this year and get them the action against one of the top teams in the conference and also within the nation, it's kind of risky, but these guys have been preparing for it for a long time.
Between the D1 and the D3 squads, this D3 squad has been able to stay healthy a tad bit more.
Well, it definitely helps when you have multiple guys to go to, because D1, they're not really as fully loaded as D3 is.
Nobody can quite get a handle on the puck right now. Schoen punches to the corner. 9:52 left to play here in period number 1. Trickling puck out in front. Oakland going to take advantage of that. Brody Plant. From the corner here. Chopped down at center ice. Guillermo Hernandez takes charge as his team responds with a change. Lochier. Taken back by Alexander Sharp now.
Right now, it's just both these teams are kind of like a replay of what we saw back in the first game. Just these guys are just not getting their passes off as clean, even though we have a goal apiece. Both these teams are well known for just cutting off their lanes of trying to get towards the inside between the wings.
Hard hit on the boards. Rocked down in the end, though, was Stepanek who delivered it. And a trip is going to lead to the Oakland penalty here. They'll touch up quickly. Griffin Foster not with much time to get to the bench, and with 8:39 to go, Lawrence Tech will look for the go-ahead goal in what is a 1-1 game right now.
For Lawrence Tech, this will be their 45th power play opportunity. They've only scored 10 goals in the power play. And for them, they've only allowed one shorthanded goal all year. And on the flip side for Lawrence Tech, they've also only allowed 6 power play goals all year. And for Oakland, they've allowed 10 total, in which total amount of 66 minutes that they've been shorthanded.
Loose puck there on the left side. Lawrence Tech couldn't get a good opportunity off. Sending it cross ice, back to the point now for Gents. And the scrum develops. Our first of the game here, as they tried to take some extra hacks on Tate Pottinger.
Well, that's just typically normal. You're trying to defend your goaltender, and it's just out of courtesy that you defend him, because you're still trying to battle for a loose puck. Even though that he's got full possession of it, you play until the whistle blows, and everybody's just being the aggressor and trying to get the puck loose.
Feed for Gents. Gents leans one forward. Just 35 seconds gone by, and this 5-on-4 advantage. Deck down in the corner. Gents back to the middle and sliding one through.
It was a good setup right there for the one-timer, and right there with Pottinger, he read it good. He was already sliding to the spot to make the stop.
Still a minute 17 left in the 5-on-4.
Yeah, Pottinger coming in, only allowing 24 goals. Made 278 saves in the 500-plus minutes that he's done.
Loose puck rifled back towards the net. Decent opportunity for Zachary Reyes. He's already scored 6 on the year. Has one of the best shots on this team.
Yeah, senior business administration major, also from Livonia. A lot of Livonia talent.
Loose puck for Oakland, looking for a shorthanded opportunity. Nobody there to join him, though. Doing all the work himself as he pounded a shot that got sticked away. Evan Chippa with a heck of an effort.
Chippa was bidding for his 8th.
Weaving their way through tight spacing here for LTU. Ripping a shot, 43 seconds left. No opportunity for a rebound. They do keep it in. Reyes, one-time shot from the other side. Good clear by the Golden Grizzlies. They'll quickly punch it up. Both teams changing. LTU couldn't do what they wanted to with that. Grove, who had an assist on the first goal, sees it wind down with just 20 seconds left on the 5-on-4.
Well, to go back to that shorthanded opportunity, it was all by a bad pass, and Grove just couldn't get fully across, so therefore it was caught in the middle, and therefore Chippa just took advantage of it the other way.
Juhasz out in front, they score! Right there to James Jentz, out in front. 6th of the year, 2nd on the power play, and that will put LTU in front 2-1.
Right at the 1 second mark. Talking about down to the wire. Making it count the most.
Costly tripping penalty for Alexander Sharp as he makes his way out of the box. 6:40 left here in the first period, and LTU has quickly erased the early lead by Oakland. This one pops back out the other direction now. Stepanek circled it out in front. Little backhand play from behind. Devin Genzel got tied up there. Here comes Oakland going the other way. Jake McCaddy.
McCaddy almost had an opening because Lawrence Tech was in the middle of a change, but just didn't have the proper stick handlement.
Ooh, little nifty play in between the legs once again. Owen Storbeck showing his moves. Back to the point, ripping one, went off a boot. I think that was pushed away by Loshia that time. Reese Williams. No 2-on-2 scrum. Bloomfield Hills product punches it out. Williams, puck on a string. Taking the other direction now for LTU. DeHaas charging against Storbeck that time. Tied up in the corner. Storbeck dug it out. Hooked it back to center ice. LTU was shown there. Sends a lollipop puck into the netting. It'll stop play with 5:12 to go in the first. LTU holding on to this 2-1 lead.
But with Lawrence Tech, what they've been able to do on both these goals is really set up their forwards down low. And the fact that they create those opportunities, one via the penalty and one via an open chance off a bad pass. So it's just by setup on the offensive side. Not on fast breakaways, but just on setups the other way.
LTU wins puck possession there. My goodness, Selmeyer driven into the boards.
Nothing you can do there about that one, but he took the hit hard.
Loose in the other direction now. Loshia pumps it back to center ice. The Golden Grizzlies were there. Abo trickles one to the corner. Picked up by Loshia.
Loshia had the game winner against Purdue in that overtime game of game 1.
Ooh, looking to reverse flip it back off the post, I believe, and scurrying the other direction.
He was actually trying to reverse that for a setup one-timer, but nobody was there as Lawrence Tech was in the middle of a line change.
Juhasz wins it and just rings it off the top bar, I believe. Maybe with the crossbar and the post meets.
We've seen a lot of those shots twice in that first game, and now we get another close one here in the second game.
Claps to the near boards now. Needing a bit too far for the stretched arms of Holmes that time. In the lap of Peyton Arnold, and he'll get an easy save for Pottinger with 3:31 left.
Interesting that Pottinger held on to it because Lawrence Tech was in the middle of a change, so he could have easily dumped that off out of the glove for his team to try to set up another offensive approach. So that's probably a costly mistake right there by Pottinger.
Puck jars loose. Oakland picks it back for Guillermo Hernandez. Cross ice feed. Gensel chases to the corner now. Hernandez. Another shot that went wide. Through a pair, another quick shot. Filtered away. Pottinger under fire right now. He's already given up 2 goals in a row. Lawrence Tech looking to take a 2-goal lead at least into the break with this effort here. Things getting maybe a tad more chippy here as things move on.
Well, when you have a top matchup within the conference, and especially within the top 10 rankings of Division III, it could be like that. You want that top spot. You want to keep moving up in the rankings, so guys just want to be more aggressive.
Oakland had their shot blocked. Reyes picks it up gladly here. Gives it off back behind Reyes. One-touch pass out in front. Waddled away. Another chance at an odd angle, and finally Pottinger able to keep it out.
Well, that's just awareness. Pottinger with the one-time save, and then DeHaas got another rebound pass right back to him, so he tried to put it in on a tight window, and Pottinger was right there to lunge out, make another leg save. That's just good awareness saves right there. That puck hit off a rafter, or possibly a light up there. Ceilings are kind of low here in Farmington Hills Ice Arena, so when you try to do a long loft pass, it's very risky because if you hit it and it's considered out of play, and then you try to do it from where it lands or where it hits.
Shown. Backhander in. Lawrence Tech buzzing once again. They're feeling pretty good about their efforts right now in period number 1. And a hand pass.
Second time that it's been called that time, but for Lawrence Tech it's a break because when it's called, you do it from the nearest spot of the nearest point of the puck, and this is going to be beyond the blue line at the near point. So a full line change for Lawrence Tech to finish out this one.
Gents cleanly win the draw, but Lawrence Tech comes up with it. Arnold spun around. Plant was in the right place at the right time for Oakland. Down the middle it flies. Golden Grizzlies catch up with it in the corner. Minute 30 left to go in the first period. Oakland would love a tying goal. Raise some of this effort by Lawrence Tech. Puck went all the way down. Storbeck was there. Both teams just kind of giving it to each other right now.
Really back and forth down both sides of the rink.
Gents. Juhas trying to dig one out with a wraparound try, and hugging the post was Pottinger.
And of course more stuff afterwards because Loja wanted to jar that puck free because Pottinger, that's kind of like an odd angle save because he expected the wraparound and he did just that. He stuck his pad right there at the corner and stopped it and actually pinned it against the post. And so Lozier, not going until the whistle blows, he just puts the stick in there to try to jar it loose.
So back to the neutral dot now. Radu wins it here for LTU. Spun around by Hernandez, rims off for Reese Williams. Under a minute to play now. Left point, shot out in front, couple whacks at it, no dice.
Looks like it was tipped up in front, and this is going to be an icing when we go back the other way. But Pottinger, I think, saved another goal by a tight margin because that puck was deflected up front, took a high spin, and almost behind his shoulder, he put the stick back and swatted it forward.
.45 ticks left.
From what we've seen, it's basically been competitive, and it's chippy when it should be, just out of protection of your own goaltender. As we get a false start here, they have to wait outside that whole ring and then crash in when the puck drops.
They score! Wow! That one kind of out of nowhere. Radu able to put it home.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. The shot was put in, it was going to be wide, but Radu stuck out his stick, and it hit off his stick and took a bounce the other way and into the net, completely fooled Pottinger.
What a switch of momentum here. Oakland had the early lead just a couple minutes into the game, and now Lawrence Tech has scored 3 in a row.
3 in a row, and for Luke Radu, that's his 3rd goal of the year. As that one comes at the most inconvenient times. Well, I wouldn't say inconvenient, but definitely kind of an, what's the word I'm looking for? Inconvenient to try to stick out the stick for a possible redirect.
19 seconds remaining. LTU wants more. Juhas into the zone. Clock down to 11 now. Pumped into the corner. Oakland just desperately looking to clear things out. Last thing they want is for a 4th goal to pop its way in. Juhas has the last touch, and that'll be the end of what was a back and forth first period. And some of the frustrations potentially coming out here at the end for the Golden Grizzlies. As some words are exchanged. But Lawrence Tech, despite that, will take a 3-1 lead into the break. The second after this here on the LTU Sports Network. 3-1, our score in favor of LTU as we head to the second period of play. Jeremy Otto alongside John Snow to bring the call here tonight. And what started in an Oakland 1-0 lead quickly materialized into 3 straight goals by LTU. But by no means is Oakland out of this thing. We'll see how they come out in this second period.
No, definitely Oakland. They're the number 6 team in the whole Division III. This team is definitely not out of anything. If anything, that last goal by Lawrence Tech, it was inadvertent. It was probably a good setup, and that's one goal Oakland wants to have back, because we get an early penalty called here.
Either a hold or hook, probably. It's a high stick.
So just like the first period, Oakland was called for an early penalty, and now it's going to be the other way around. Lawrence Tech is going to be called for an early penalty just about 15 seconds in. And it's going to be a hold. And yeah, they're going to get Brendan Hensey, the senior business major from Troy.
Quick power play here for Oakland. Griffin Foster's been solid after giving up that first goal. Looking to screen him there out in front.
Well, yeah, he set up the screen to run interference a bit outside the crease and try to run into your shot way.
Chopped at by Uhas. That'll circle to the corner. Trying to send it off the boards. Oakland kept it in, and setting a dangerous shot on was Shane Arbor. Over to the other side. Good passing here. One more, and they score off the bar and in. Jake McCaddy scores his second of the game to make it 3-2 on the power play with still 1:17 left in it.
Yeah, McCaddy, he found that top corner, and it was another great setup of 4 passes, and they were able to keep it in front of the blue line and send it to the corner, and therefore sending it across for a one-timer chance. McCaddy sent it off, and then he got it right back, and he found that one chance, got a lot underneath it, and now it's a 1-goal game. Like we said, Oakland is not out of this, and they got a gift with the early penalty.
Quick intercept there, dangerous wobbling pass out in front. It'll saunter its way to the near boards as LTU looks to pick it up and continue their charge. Abbo and Arbor pick up the assist there for Oakland. Wow, that one skying over the top there by Chippa, or by Grove. He had the assist on the first goal for LTU.
Yeah, that took a weird bounce, and it was high up there. For goaltenders, always those high shots, they're always the most contested, especially if they're right at you.
Williams pounds one to Evans. Evans topples after that one. Charged into the corner, Phaneuf. Dangerous territory out in front. Not sure if Foster knew where it was or not, but here comes LTU. Man on the trailer. If he can get there, he actually wants a change, though. We'll slow it up into that corner. Oakland forechecks, takes it away. Evans sees it rim all the way down, and the ice will go against the Golden Grizzlies as LTU will bring it back.
So interesting enough, Jeremy, we've seen multiple times so far that when Lawrence Tech is on an offensive possession, they always have the puck handler lead off into the corner, and then the rest goes off for a change rather than keep that main 5 on there, but instead they switch out 4. So it's an interesting combo because Oakland keeps their main 5 out there just to play on the defense.
Centering pass out in front, they score! Zachary Reyes pounds one home, and LTU has a little bit more insurance. It's 4-2.
Yeah, for Reyes, that's going to be his 7th goal of the year. Giving him a point total of 11, and just like that, Lawrence Tech responds. And that's all that you want. When you're facing a team like Oakland that can easily get back into a game, you got to have good responses of your own, and Lawrence Tech does just that.
This one hooked the other direction now. 4-2. LTU with the lead. Bouncing right back after that quick Oakland goal on the power play here in the second. Push forward. Phaneuf got a piece of the puck. Wide open net on the other side. Delayed penalty call. It's going to be against LTU as Oakland gets a ripping shot off, trying to get that extra attacker out there. Ruiz kept it, and LTU will touch. And ends up down on the ice. And another, and that's probably going to lead to another penalty as well.
Yeah, Benjamin DeHaas. We talked about him a bit. DeHaas, he's one of the more crucial hitters of this Lawrence Tech team, and looks like he was going to be called for the penalty anyway. And he always tries to get an extra shove here and there. DeHaas is one of the tougher hitters of this Blue Devils team, and now there's going to be a bit of a discussion. As Connor Uhas, one of the captains, he's going to talk it over with the referee, and now looks like they're going to have some, make sure they get enough. This is going to be a double penalty issued. One to DeHaas for the late hit, and one to Devin Genzel for, I believe, the opening penalty. So Genzel was called for the original penalty, and then DeHaas, he was called for that late hit. So this is going to be more than likely 5-on-3 if they choose to look at it that way, or will they serve DeHaas with a separate penalty of his own. But for right now, and by correction, they took out Genzel. So the original penalty was issued to Reyes. And then another penalty to DeHaas afterwards on top of that. So I guess the officials must have had the numbers mixed up. So they want to make sure they got the right guys in the box, in which they have so. So 5-on-3 for 2 minutes worth.
Both 2-minute minors here. Oakland wins the draw. Reese Williams slots one back to Arbor. Arbor gives it off, got it back, thought about shooting. Will pass it down low for Williams. Good movement here by Oakland. Can they find that right opportunity? Looking for a jammer possibly on the goal line, but it just wasn't there, the angle. LTU's trying to step up, maybe steal that puck, no luck. Jake McCaddy, 2 goals in this game, the only 2 thus far for Oakland. Buries one in. Looking for a hat trick already. Williams steps forward, scores! Now these two teams duking back and forth. It's 4-3, just 4 minutes in to the second period.
Well, we said this game could go either way, and again, the Golden Grizzlies are able to benefit from these power plays. And for Reese Williams, that's his 3rd goal of the year, giving him a point total of 6. And I believe that only counteracts one of the penalties, and they will take out DeHaas. And so this will still be a power play with a 5-on-4.
LTU quickly intercepts. That's Radu, punched it behind. Radu has himself a goal here today as well. McCaddy, quick pass off, decked at the blue line there, interrupting play, and an offsides in the end. That will go against Shane Arbor, who had to try to trickle his way in.
Boy, Ryan Kachi went flying on the hip check by Radu. That's what happened on that one. And he read it good. It was a clean hip check. And most of the time, that if it's a hip check and open ice, they'll call a penalty on it. But that was clean as you can get.
58 seconds left in this 5-on-4. Oakland scatters in. Reese Williams popped one to the corner. Tommy Davis handles it. Shoots, and that one patted aside by Griffin Foster. Back down low, working hard at the Golden Grizzlies now without a stick all of a sudden. LTU trying to take advantage of that. Wheeling a stick on it. Oakland comes up with it. 27 seconds to go. Gloved aside once again by Griffin Foster, and he'll hang on.
Really, this is a test of both goaltenders. Even though that this has not been their cleanest performance, it's about who can really come through in the clutch. Because even though that there's suitable backups waiting in case one side gets more out of hand than the other, it's still basically anybody's game. And you want to save those spares for the next game tomorrow because it should be a good matchup there too.
Closing that down, Griffin Foster. Oakland wasting no shot here, trying to tie up this game. Been a while since they've had a lead. It was 3-1 in favor of LTU at the period break, and both teams have scored a goal here in the second.
So on the side of Oakland, they've basically had a response, making it a one-score game the other way. And for Lawrence Tech, they've had a response, so it's hard to have a response shorthanded, but they're at least going to make it up by killing off this penalty.
Back to full strength now. Matt Knuff tripped up. LTU takes advantage of that neutral territory, chops it back in. Looking to get their offensive back into a groove here now. Rimming one around, a decent opportunity once again there for Henze. Trickled free for Kachi, and Kachi will ice as LTU gets in there first. 14:27 left in the second. They'll bring it all the way down again.
Yeah, and on that one save by Pottinger, it went in and out of his net. He was not able to squeeze it shut in order to stop the play. So an inadvertent pass out, but results in another face-off here.
Backhanded to Hernandez here. Loose out in front. Couple bodies there for LTU. Couldn't slam it home. Another one kicked aside. Henze keeping on the pressure. Oakland looking to relieve it with just a little backhand. Not working right now. LTU in front of their own bench. That's Radu. Or Reyes, I beg your pardon. Joined there by Hernandez and squirreled the other way as Boiseno plays it. 13:51. Wholesale changes here for Oakland. Boiseno showing his groove here as he punches one to the corner. The man ran right into it, a one-time opportunity. It wasn't able to get a good hack at it. That was Henze down the slot. Played with a high stick. No stop play because of it.
Interesting that they went that long without calling it. Normally it's a call they make right away. Because of it, Orange Tech will have another face-off with Oakland here in the Oakland zone. And it was a good look by Griffin Foster, trying to advance it up a layer of defenders and in order to get a high stick call. If you want to do a long loft pass, you got to get enough air in order to force a high stick to be called.
This will pin Jentz against Zarnik. Jentz gets the better. Jentz chases as it rims around. Put a body into Austin Furtick that time. He buckled. Jarred loose and free for Zarnik. His racing opportunity didn't work out. LTU gallop upon that puck in neutral territory. Pottinger gets his stick back on it. Slices across the boards, and they say LTU redirected that one just a tad. Goebel. Icing LTU.
Yeah, Goebel really took a huge hit right there. And for Cole Goebel, he's a senior, and he's from Clarkston. Right at the end of the first period, he had a long, lengthy talk with head coach Ken Gaffney, and whether it was based on performance or some type of technique, even at a senior, you're still learning at different times and different stages. You're still learning every single day. You're learning something new, part of the program. So it's just taking that time in which you learn a lot more as the game goes along, especially in a big-time matchup like this.
Oakland looking to have a few hacks at it out in front again. Lawrence Tech lifting one out. And another offside. Or was it a hand pass?
And they got him for that hand pass. it's always very difficult to tell it because you're able to grab it and able to let it down, but you cannot move it forward or throw it back. You got to let it straight down. So you can grab it, but you got to have it straight down within a certain amount of seconds.
A lot of stoppages between the goals and the penalties and the pucks out of play or the hand passes. You can add that here in period number 2. Each team has scored a goal thus far. Ripped aside, Abo comes up with it for Oakland. Watering puck back out in front. Foster was there, and we'll have to seal the deal there on the near post, and some more pushing and shoving will culminate in front of the goal.
All cooler heads will prevail on this one as Foster is still being alert. But still, you got to give credit to these two goaltenders. Even the score is a lopsided one, but high scoring on both sides, 4-3. Both these guys have done the forefront and making saves when they need to. But basically, Oakland has taken advantage of the power plays. They get 3 on the board. Lawrence Tech just had a response. They were down by 1. They put up 3, and Oakland got 2. They were able to put 1 in return. So it's all been about response and taking advantage of opportunities.
Kachi sent that one around. Picked up now by Abo. Uses the boards, and they'll wave off the ice as those guys battle for it. Reyes. Play is leveled off a little bit in terms of the scoring chances. One touch of the puck could change that, as we've got another delayed call here.
We'll see about this. I mean, it was a battle between 2 defenders, and I think they're going to issue a double penalty here, and that is what they're going to do. They're going to get Boisenholt for Lawrence Tech, and they're going to get Brian Evans for Oakland. And I believe, yeah, they're going to make this a 5-on-5 still. The fact that, so I believe that they're going to make the, by correction, actually it's 4-on-4. For a second, the official's hand said 5. Normally, he lets know like how many players on each side are supposed to be on the ice.
So 4-on-4 for 2 minutes now. Open up the ice a little bit here. Lawrence Tech taking advantage of that free space. Here they come, racing in. Squirts back to the line. Looking for the quick pass. That was Goebel who sent it in that direction.
Yeah, but that one pass was way wide of Juhas.
Sent himself up in front, Gents. Here he is again. Back to the blue line, Clapper goes through, it'll trickle wide. $1:16 left in the 4-on-4 here. Lawrence Tech looking like the better team thus far. Goebel, free, wide open space, 1-on-0, got it! Will Gents, second today, 7th of the year. Gives LTU a little bit more pad at 5-3.
And so now Lawrence Tech has had a response for all the goals scored by Oakland. From the opening to now in the second period, 2 goals scored apiece on both sides. But because of the double penalty, it's still going to be 4-on-4 until the penalty is over.
$1:07 left in that. Knocked down from behind, Reyes. Plowed over, here's Phaneuf. Phaneuf to his left, that's Arbor. Arbor's got an edge, puts on the brakes. Free space at the high slot that time for Reese Williams. He ripped a wrister off. Here comes LTU. Man in the trailer catching up there, trickles in, they score again! Zachary Reyes, his second as well. How about it?
How about it as well? 2 guys with 2 goals on the night, and the fact that it is all in response and in anticipation of this matchup. The officials are now at the scorer's desk to, I guess, to make sure that the clock was running, but the goal counts. But what a sequence, and only within a minute of that second goal happening.
Still 33 seconds left on the 4-on-4 as well. LTU lurking some more pressure out in front of the goal. Loshio is there. Catch this pass on the far boards now. Stepping forward and ripping one wide. Guillermo Hernandez pinned off the boards. Loshia heckled quickly that time by Furtick. Held onto the puck though. Blue Devils finding the sticks of Stepanek now. Stepanek will wheel it back out, back to full strength. They're both of these two teams. Pottinger decided to come out of his net and play that one. Trickled back in once again. Schoen pinned into the corner now for Gertz. And that goes all the way down. And it'll come all the way back with LTU getting another offensive zone face-off. 8:47 left. They're up 3 here in the middle period.
This is a good sign for Lawrence Tech because they've shown that they can definitely respond. And I guess that first goal that was given up, it was basically a wake-up call after the break. Like, hey, this is the action that we're got to face, and this is our conference, and it's one of the best.
Banged off the backboards there. Furtick squirts one to his right to Gertz. Gertz right to Schoen for Lawrence Tech. One-man change for the Golden Grizzlies as they can. Wraparound try, snuffed out. Griffin Foster. He stayed engaged, liking what his offense is doing right now as well. Sweeping shot, snuffed aside. McLeod saw it trickle the other way. LTU with a mismatch here. Take advantage with the change. Hit put on by Gavin Holmes behind the net. Here's Chippa. Chippa to his right, Evans. Delaying and firing one towards the cage. LTU wants to get it down the ice, calling for it emphatically. There is Oda.
Yeah, he had an open chance because Oakland was in the middle of a change, so he had a lot of real estate in front of him if they just got the pass off in front of that.
Phaneuf trying to wheel it past him, knuckling puck on its side as Loshia settles it down. Loshia will kick. And again, little football here.
That's just good. That's why you practice that ahead of time. You see teams practicing footwork with a soccer ball in warm-ups. You see it at the pro level, and you also see it even in college. That's why you practice that. That's why you work on your footwork before you hit the ice.
Luson in front of 2-on-0, developing there. Whiffed at it, though, as the cage falls off its mooring as well. Hey. Lawrence Tech with a prime chance to maybe take a 4-goal lead with 6:39 to play in the second.
Yeah, they're going to laugh that one off. Will Jensen, Gavin Holmes. It was a bit of miscommunication. The puck was going right to either one of them. They were going to fight over who wants it first, and then Jens took it at the last moment, but they were already nearby the crease. So therefore, Jens could not get another pass off, which he was trying to intend to, over to Holmes for another goal and could have been a 7 spot. And oddly enough, Lawrence Tech has a lead in the history between these two clubs. 5 wins. Oakland only has 1, and these two teams have had 1 tie. So this is a great matchup on paper, especially this year around, because these two teams are within the top 10 of Division III.
Storbeck hooked it out, kept in by the Blue Devils here. Gavin Holmes pops it to the corner. It definitely feels like Lawrence Tech has all the momentum right now in the second period. Oakland has not had a lot of offensive opportunities their way, and another penalty upcoming, and some more pushing and shoving and extra after the whistle as well.
And yeah, they're going to get, that's Logan Barnes. Barnes goes through a variety of numbers. Normally he's number 5, but he shares that number with Blaine Young, and then normally his other number is 18, but then Payne Arnold today is wearing that. So he's wearing the number 2, normally worn by Guillermo Hernandez. And it's oddly enough the fact that D1 and D3 share the same amount of jerseys, but they're going to issue this one to Logan Barnes. Barnes is a freshman. He's a mechanical engineering major, and he's also a Livonia native. So you can see the amount of recruiting that they look around just in the nearby area, let alone. And he's going to serve this 2 minutes, and we'll see if Oakland can respond again on our power play. They've made all their chances except for one.
6 and change to play here in the seconds. Logan Barnes in the sin bin here, and Oakland with a chance maybe to perk up some of this feel of this game right now, but LTU keeps it in their direction as they stick it home. Big 88 Ruiz went through 2 LTU players, and they got the better of them there.
We'll see if Lawrence Tech's penalty kill can really help them out this time around, because 2 of the 3 goals have been on power plays. And for Lawrence Tech, that's now 8 total power play goals given up this year.
Kachi sent it into a crowd. LTU responded. Perfect penalty kill thus far, so get fresh bodies out there as well perfectly.
It's always about timing. Normally there's an assistant coach with a stopwatch saying how fast you can get your changes off. You want fast timing.
One goes wide, dangerous spot here for the Blue Devils as Griffin Foster lays watch. Chippa, pump to the corner. Joining him there, Brody Plant for Oakland. Sandwiched behind that dasher, Young. Trying to dig it out, no luck. McCaddy scored 2 goals already today. Blocked back out. Oakland looking to collect, nobody there along the doorstep. Skipped through the legs of McCaddy in the end, and that pumped all the way home. Lawrence Tech buzzing on the penalty kill, buzzing on offense. 20 seconds left in the 5-on-4. That's it for the Golden Grizzlies.
If they hold off this penalty kill right here, this would be the best of the night, as they're going to clear this one back away. And this has basically been their best penalty kill of the night, and it has been in a second period in which Oakland had a response for everything, and then Lawrence Tech just had a response of their own to basically add on to a lead.
Falling down, Reese Williams still gets a good piece of the puck. Back to full strength now, 5-on-5 hockey. Wheeled from the backside, squirts through the stick of Williams. And it's Arbor who wheels back. Goal in the last game, that Michigan State tie for Oakland. Arbor forward, skating in, and he scores. 6-4 with 3:28 left.
And for Shane Arbor, that's his 6th goal. They give him a point total of 17 with 11 assists on the year. And this is why they're the number 6 ranked team in Division III. They are not going to make this any easier for Lawrence Tech going forward. We're only in the second period. This could be a very interesting finish here.
Well, between these 2 solid goaltenders, I'm not sure we expected to see 10 goals. We haven't even hit the end of the second.
It may be that.
LTU trying to go right back. That side of the net is open, loose in the slot. They'll keep it on the point. Still not getting a great shot off in the end, and McLeod is there to clear it away at least a little bit. LTU chopping it into the corner. That nearly hit the netting right in front of our eyes. Kachi. Reyes involved in that scrum in the near corner. Reyes pinned to the boards there. Popped back out. DeHaas with a chop at it. DeHaas pushed into the boards now by Gertz.
DeHaas is really trying to look for an edge. He's normally in front of the net as this puck's going to get past the blue line.
Swerved it from behind there. Boisano. Or that's Sharp, I beg your pardon, 27 for Oakland. Slap shot into the belly, that time of Pottinger. He'll hold on with 2:18 to play here in the second. 6-4, LTU in the lead.
But like you mentioned, the fact that these two very solid goaltenders have had great season, great year so far. This probably is not their best day, but these two head coaches are going to roll with them until the very end because this is not lopsided. It is back and forth. That's just basically what it is.
Settle that puck down. Ruiz lost it in the end. LTU sees it intercepted by Phaneuf. Clarkston native. Storbeck punched it in. Now play levels off as we head towards the second intermission here. Long line drive put in, and the glove of Pottinger rising up to snatch that one.
Well, for Lawrence Tech going into the end of the second period, they definitely need to limit the amount of penalties. And even though that they've basically bested the penalty kill 2 out of 4, in which basically it helped out to the cause of this 2-goal lead, they definitely need to stay strong and keep the energy up.
Nick Schoen, wow, that one came up the side of the net. Spread the needle pass attempted, wasn't quite there. LTU working hard to keep it in their direction though. Banging off those lofty boards. Oakland, desperation, trying to clear it out here. Zarnik had an opportunity to chop it off the boards. Goebel collects, sends it to the side. They'll play on, and no, they said he held it too long.
Yeah, he kind of did, and that was with his blocker and not his glove, but still it counts as a piece of equipment covering the puck, and so therefore if it's too long and too many seconds, and also appears that the cage kind of fell off as well, so it's a stoppage of play regardless.
Good keep in. Gavin Holmes. Gonna head off now. Chippa. Some pep in his step there. Bouncing off a piece or a body, and that will make its way out with 41 seconds to go.
I mean, this series is going to be really tight to the wire. You can never expect a blowout. You can probably expect a low-scoring game, or you can probably get one of these back and forth, response for response, and really see who comes out on top and really who goes up the rankings.
Ooh, costly turnover there. 31 seconds still left to play. Oda. Was outnumbered by a man there. McCaddy and company slot one down. Did anybody touch? They'll wave off the ice. 14 seconds left here in the second period. Oakland whirling a shot quickly on goal. LTU breathes a sigh of relief. 7 seconds left. Blue Devils come up with it. They say enough is enough. We'll just clear it down with 1 point, some to go, and they'll let it wind down.
I gotta say, it looked like the official was ready to blow the whistle right before the clock ran down, but this has been an entertaining second half. I mean, plenty of goals apiece. And for Oakland, they finally made things close after giving up the lead in the first period, and it still remains a 2-goal lead for Lawrence Tech because they have responded every time to an Oakland goal. And so therefore, this could go back and forth either way, and who maintains the comfort.
Back with more after this here on the LTU Sports Network. Welcome back to Farmington Hills Ice Arena, everyone. Getting ready for the third period of play. 6-4, LTU in the lead here. Saw a lot of things in that second period, a decent amount of goals. We've got 10 total, probably more than we expected at this point, but it might be whoever has the better starts here in the third period. It kind of dictates what we'll see down the stretch.
No, definitely. And the fact that these are the top two goaltenders on each side, Griffin Foster, Tate Pottinger, both giving up a fair amount of goals, more than they usually do. Foster is now up to 14, giving up 4 of the 9. Pottinger is up to an even 30. And these guys are almost doubling, almost tripling at this point the amount of goals given up on average. So it's gonna, this third period is going to wind down to which guy comes in the clutch and makes the most saves.
Face off at center ice, taken down there by Lawrence Tech as they quickly charge it into the zone, and the glove hand and is active for Tate Pottinger here today. It continues in the third.
That's a good start right there. You want to pressure in the zone and force a quick save, force a face off, and Lawrence Tech's going to go with a half line change to try to force some extra hazard.
Henze took the draw for LTU, dribbles out the other direction. Slapped back through by Loshia. Oakland and Phaneuf turns and fires that one to the corner. Decked hard, some more after the play as well. Hard hit by Netting.
Yeah, and he and Lozier are talking about it too after the hit.
That one's going to pop out of play. Just 45 seconds into this third period. These two teams trying to figure each other out again.
No, they're going to try to figure out each other too. These are some of the top 10 teams in the country right now in Division III. And talking about that ahead of time, Oakland at number 6, Lawrence Tech at number 8, and the fact that their goaltenders have led them this far in the season, no matter how many games they played.
Yeah. Tommy Walsh. That one buried in the corner. And another hand pass will interrupt play once again.
I think that's probably an even amount right there, 3 in each of the games. And so now this is going to put Lawrence Tech past the blue line. It will have to force it inside the offensive zone again as they go from that near point.
Tommy Walsh will head there to take it. Won by Oakland, though. Shane Arbor had a shot at that one. Just a bobbling puck put in by Lochier, and Lawrence Tech able to jar it free behind the net. Tommy Walsh working hard. Orchard Lake St. Mary's product. Trying to jam the puck out of that area. Oakland whacks it off the boards. Schoen kept it in. Intercepted, though, by Abo. Abo chucks it in. Malesko. Saw that one go off the high glass. Here's Abo again, hounded behind the net. Oakland looking for some kind of opportunity here. It ends up in the other netting, out of play. And it's actually going to stick there.
Yeah, since it went out of the net, it's going to remain here no matter what, no matter who it went deflected off of. But for Lawrence Tech, all these ranked matchups in which they've won so far. They took care of 14th ranked Purdue the last time around before the long break back in November the 17th and the 15th, 17th and the 18th, excuse me. And after this 2-game set, Lawrence Tech has a yet to be determined opponent on December the 8th. And then another long break, and then they won't be in action again for the rest of the year. Their next action will be on January the 5th when they take on Michigan Flint. And for that is actually going to be Oakland's next opponent right there, as the Wolverines of the Flint branch of U of M.
Another long break, that one much longer than the last that we spoke of. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of rusty play coming back out of that. Duncan McLeod teeing that up. Rims around the boards. Lawrence Tech looking to jam at it here on the near post. Oakland carrying one out. Off the blue line it goes, and Kachi is offsides.
Yeah, that time it kind of cost Oakland. They were going to have a good stretch. They had attackers on both sides looking for that crossover one time. But like we said, the fact that there's going to be a long break coming up, even longer than this past one from Thanksgiving on. These are going to be the last matchups of this year, this calendar year. So it's going to be interesting how Lawrence Tech attacks this, let alone how they practice, how they prepare mentally and physically, and then what they do in the off time.
Kachi send it the other direction here. Served off by Genzel. It's going to rim its way down, but no, they won't. They will call the icing as Preston Arnold got the edge on that one.
And if we did not mention it back in the first game, Division I team, they got themselves a very interesting opponent in the University of Oregon coming up on December the 8th and the 9th, and that'll be their last games before the long break, and then they'll face off against Concordia on January the 5th and 6th. So both these programs are going to get one more little sign of action. For D1, they'll have two more after the Cleary matchup, and then for D3, they have one more game to be determined who they're going to face, but it's on the schedule. So this is going to be a long time in which we're going to get another hand toss, and that was more than obvious. As Brian Evans, he just was holding on to it as he was trying to avoid contact. So this is going to be back deep within the Oakland zone because Evans really held on to it for quite a while.
Don't often see a cross-country trip here in the ACHA like that. Oregon to Detroit. Evans. Gonna leave it off for Furtick there. A lot of action on goal here in the third period. A lot of stoppages of play, but they're reaching out of the netting. These hand passes. Just weak shots put on so far.
From all the goals and penalties that we saw early on, this is definitely a slower type of battle possession.
Tommy Davis. So let's slide the other direction now for Juhas. Juhas tripped up just a tad, not enough for a call though. Dribbles behind the net, and Oakland looking to take charge. Still down by 2, plenty of time to go in period number 3. Good feed. Another one out in front. And a better defensive play by LTU. If they hurry, they can have an advantage. 3-on-2. Juhas going the other way. Turns. Buying some time out in front, and they score. 7-4. Brendan Hensey puts one home. His second today as well.
That's just another good setup. First, the save on the stick. The other end in the defensive zone. They quickly the other way. DeHaas is going to get the assist on this one. But what a night for Hensey. He's not had a whole lot of action this year. And this is only his 7th game that he's played in. And so therefore putting on 2, giving him a total of 3 on the year. So just a senior finally getting some puck time, some ice time rather, and making the best of it. Adding on and giving Lawrence Tech a 3-goal lead.
Oakland definitely looking like they were trying to put something together here in the third period, but a dent put in their plans. Needing. Lays one off for Ruiz. Stepanak ran into him though. Jarred free. Radu comes up with it. Radu looking to shift one pass. Loose puck. Radu with a backhand. Another man on the doorstep. They couldn't whack that one home though. Genzel was the other man looking to get a piece of the puck.
Yeah, Grove tried to get that backhand in there as well off the rebound try.
Whips had a try out in front, diving attempt there, taken out by Oakland. Here they come, looking for the edge, out in front, and a nice defensive play. Losier pokes it away. Grove ran into the boards here now. Lawrence Tech pounding it into a safe area there as they get a three-man change off. One of those fresh bodies carries the puck, Tommy Walsh. One tied up and sent along. Pottinger has given up 7 goals here tonight, just 24 all season heading into today.
And he's 5 extra goals more than his total, giving up almost 3 on average, so definitely not been his night, but still there's a reason why the Grizzlies are the 6th ranked team in Division III. They'll find a way to make this close if they get the chance.
Heady play there, bangs it off the bottom of the board. Juhas circled out in the hands of McLeod. LTU will change.
They bring in one man. They bring in Nicolas Oda. He is the fastest guy out there.
Charging the other way, Oda has had a couple chances today. Has been right around the goal a few times. Oda hounded to the corner now. Punch forward by Selmeyer. And chucks right to center ice. Evading the long pass there, Logan Barnes. Defender out of Stevenson, stands 6'3". Ooh, juicy rebound coming out there, but Lawrence Tech couldn't take advantage.
Yeah, Ben DeHaas, he read that rebound just right, just out of the reach, as he almost got a mid-collision between 2 players. A little bit of friendly fire.
I get the feeling that Oakland seems a bit tired right now here in the third. Maybe the wind taking out of the sails a bit as well with that last goal scored.
I mean, they've had their chances and they've had responses, and courtesy of some power play goals along the night, and we all thought that they're going to get back into this, and they basically have. They made it from 2 to 1, and then Lawrence Tech just had a response of their own.
Plant turned around, back out in front there. Gertz now puts on the brakes. Chiseled high off his stick all the way back down. It's enough for an ice, and Lawrence Tech will bring it right back into the offensive zone where they've looked very comfortable here in period number 3.
Yeah, in terms of the icing category, unfortunately for Oakland, they have led that most of the way. They have just not been able to dump it in cleanly in order to set up something on their offensive zone. So, but for Lawrence Tech, they just take advantage of it, and they just had really great setups. And there's been a few goals in which Oakland would definitely want back, in which they were kind of unfortunate. They took inverted ricochets and knocks down in front off sticks and just off bodies in front. So for Lawrence Tech, all the other goals that they've scored have been very clean and great setups.
Gertz right in front of his own goal. Breaks put on by Chippa. Taken right back in by Genzel. He wants off. Halfway to go here in the third. 7-4. LTU has added a padding goal. Looking for another. hunting their way through as that one trickles wide off the stick of DeHaas. Here comes Oakland now. Here, number 5, Reese Williams, pounding the water bottle up. It just hit off the side. Potentially dangerous there. LTU cleared it back into neutral ice though. Enzi, 2 goals today, whirls it behind the goal. Oakland, little angled pass. Looking for McCaddy. He scored 2 early goals in this game as well. 2 out of the 4 for the Golden Grizzlies. Tommy Walsh.
Yeah, McCaddy's had a good day, and for Oakland, they just cannot get clean passes off and into past the neutral zone. And Lawrence Tech, they've gotten away with a lot of dangerous passes and a lot of dangerous clearing attempts that have left a lot of open windows for Oakland not to basically get in within a shot.
Offside again. Back to neutral territory we go with 8:50 remaining here in the 3rd period.
Yeah, they got Evan Chippa just a little bit ahead, and that's one thing that we haven't seen so much of. We've seen more of the forward hand movement and just the illegal passing, but the offsides, for most part, has not been called a whole lot, but I think it's twice now offsides have been called against Oakland.
Played out by Pottinger. Caught without a stick. There is Jentz. He'll put a lick on his man in the end into the corner.
Yeah, and Jentz has had a good night. He has 2 goals on the night as well. And looking probably to add 1 more.
Pushing his total to 7 on the year thus far. Clapper by Barnes. Pitched out to center ice. Ooh. Odd angle opportunity for Chippa. He gave it his best shot.
And that was too tight of a window right there for Chippa to try to put one on. He was going for a really tight one along the shoulder into a top corner.
Swirled down by Plant. The teams want to change here. LTU gets the most out there. Dribbling puck out in front and a good recovery on the backside there by the Golden Grizzlies. LTU with another charge in. Ends up behind. Is that a cross? Some of the Blue Devils think so. It's going to create a little bit more tangoing after the play.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration boiling over on the side of the Golden Grizzlies. And I don't think they're going to count this one. I don't think it crossed over, but we'll see, as there might be a penalty served here, and it definitely will be.
But Lawrence Tech seems like getting more and more free lanes to the goal of late.
Yeah, they're going to get Jack netting. The entanglement afterwards. So we'll see if there's any other penalties issued for Lawrence Tech to see who else was involved with it. And after the official discussion, I guess they're trying to figure out who on Lawrence Tech was involved the most with it to try to see if they're going to issue a penalty to it and make this an even amount, make it 4-on-4. We saw that a lot back in the 2nd period, in which penalties aplenty and which created 4-on-4 for a good chunk of time. I mean, both these teams have been really going after each other for a long time from the very start, because both these teams want to keep going up the rankings, and they're trying to get the early edges. And for Lawrence Tech, they had to battle their way back down by 1, and they added on 3 in that 1st period. And then they had a response for everything that Oakland gave them back in the 2nd period. So now with Lawrence Tech with a 3-goal lead just over 7 minutes left to go. Oakland is still trying to battle hard because 7 minutes, anything can happen in that point. But the fact is that Lawrence Tech is still on these very hard offensive attack. And so therefore they're putting more shots on goal, and they are going to issue the penalty to Kending. And it's going to be, I believe, a power play coming up for Lawrence Tech. And for Oakland, their head coach is Matt Sterling. He's in his 6th year, and he's getting an explanation from the referees as to how the outcome of that penalty was called, because there was obviously 2 players involved within the skirmish, but they only chose to issue to 1 player and give Lawrence Tech the power play opportunity here.
Sterling, a guy that played in the Oakland system back from 2013 to 2016, actually played 2 seasons with the Division I side and a season here in D3. This is a program that has a national championship back in the 15-16 season, and have been to semifinals and other deep playoff runs since. They've got some history behind them, no doubt.
Now, this program is well on their way back to the tournament as well. They finish it out strong. And for Lawrence Tech, they're trying to one-up everybody at this point, because this D3 team, they made it to nationals all the way last year in Boston. They're trying to get back to where they were.
LTU trying to get it going again on the power play. That one will skip over and down.
Yeah, they kind of really whiffed on the passing right there. First, Jens missed on his pass to DeHaas, and then Radu tried to send it back to the point, but missed.
Jens draws some snow up in the corner there. Cross ice feed. Good movement here. Can they find the shot? Off the skate of Radu. Another penalty upcoming as their goaltender heads to the bench here with a player down. Oakland still hasn't touched up. Now they will, with 50 seconds left in the original power play, 6:12 left on the game clock.
And now probably an additional 2 minutes is going to be added on, so this is going to be another penalty issued up. And it's going to be Matt Fanner. And
stick is the call.
Right now, Oakland they're trying everything they can to squander off this penalty. It's going to be 5-on-3 for the remaining 50 seconds of the original penalty. At some point, Oakland's got to find their groove, because Lawrence Tech has just been able to shut the door on any possible opportunity that the Grizzlies have.
Radu takes the face-off, wins it here for the Blue Devils. Will Jens back to the other circle. It'll circle its way wide in the end. Jem stepping forward, another clapper from the opposite side. Punched away by Pottinger. Good movement on this power play in general.
Yeah, they keep going back to Zachary Reyes, who's got a couple of goals on the night as well. I believe it's 3 players total for Lawrence Tech with 2 goals. But all the puck movement before that second penalty, it was just tremendous puck movement, like going in a triangle-type routine to trying to find an open lane for a shot. And because give Oakland the credit, even with 4 players, they definitely closed off a lot of lanes, a lot of open shots. So therefore, that forced a lot of perimeter passing.
They'll win another face-off here, already up 3 goals. 2 men up on this power play. A little sloppy on that pass, buried to the corner. Intercepted by Oakland, just what they needed there, but couldn't get it out. Whistled for the offside.
Second time that it's been a rather sloppy passing, and Lawrence Tech's going to bring out a fresh 5. So again, it's been rather sloppy on some of the passing, but for the most part in this power play possession, Lawrence Tech's been able to hold their own, and Oakland has just done that, holding their own on defense.
Just 4 seconds left on the original penalty. Buck 12 on the other one. Goebel. Defender hasn't seen a whole lot of time today. That one in the back of the net again. Gavin Holmes scores his 4th of the night, or the 4th of the year, I should say.
His point total goes up to 13 on the year. That takes care of the rest of the power play. First power play goal for Lawrence Tech in this game as they double the lead, 8-4.
5:09 to go. And LTU has answered the bell here today. Unless something crazy happens, going to extend their winning streak to 9 straight games.
And like we said, answering the bell after a long break, and for then, basically, can they respond and can they show up against one of the top 10 teams in Division III? And boy, they have done that. Even after Oakland got that first goal, all the energy out of the building and out of the bench really got sucked out. But then one goal led to another, and then the energy came back along. And now Lawrence Tech, they have a doubled lead, and they're going to probably seal the deal within this third period. But never sleep on the Golden Grizzlies.
Charging over the blue line there into the corner now. McCaddy. Tommy Davis ran into his man that time right in front of the Lawrence Tech bench. Dribbling puck sent down. Lawrence Tech will chase after that. Devin Genzel. Well, this all started with a Oakland lead early on in that first period. There's been plenty of scoring since. 12 total goals between these two teams. Oakland just didn't have that same fire here in the third period as we saw earlier.
They get another penalty called here, and it's going to be another power play, and I believe they're going to get Cole Boysenalt, and he got his entanglement with a stick, and the stick got a trip up, so it's going to be the 5th power play for Oakland, and this is prime opportunity to make this a closer game than what it is for the Golden Grizzlies.
Oakland pinned into the corner. The referee in the mix there trying to get out of that. He does. Duncan McLeod back to the goal line now. Sharp spinning around and shooting one wide. Storbeck. One more chance for Zarnik. 30 seconds gone by in this 5-on-4. 3:06 in the game clock now. Brian Evans lurking in the slot. Tangled out by Sharp. Pounded to the corner. Logan Barnes looks for the clear. Stopped at the line though. Nice opportunity there for Oakland. Owen Storbeck. We'll see it whistle its way down.
I will say this though, even if Lawrence Tech holds on to win this one, but then Oakland responds tomorrow night in their own arena, it's still going to change up the rankings a lot, as Oakland was potentially offsides.
Radu icing this clock here. 37 seconds left in the penalty. 2:12 on the game clock now. Countdown continues. Feels just like a formality at this point.
Lawrence Tech has done their fair share of penalty killing, even though giving up 2 power play goals, and this is not going to be icing on this one. But it'll be a fresh 4 out.
Good intercept by the speedy Lochier. Out in front, weaving his way by. Decent scoring chance on the other side there by Blaine Young. Penalty is over. Oakland still looking for one last surge there. Sticks aplenty all over the ice, and that's going to end up in an icing here for LTU. Oh, yes.
Yeah, kind of weird that they waited until the last moment to call that little icing with 1:25 left. But as I said, there's going to be a change in the rankings, and Lawrence Tech is going to work their way up, whether it's by 1 or 2 spots. And Oakland, they may go down, but they're not going to go down that far, because if they manage to keep things close, especially within the second game tomorrow, it is definitely going to be a close-knit race within that top 10.
LTU gets a wholesale change off. Minute 13 left in this one. 5-on-5 hockey, 8-4. LTU in the lead. Snaking his way down to the goal. Second chance won't fall. Zarnik going to push Tommy Davis out of the way. Did just that. And here comes the backhand by Gertz. 53 seconds to play now. Rolling along the backboards, Oakland. Looking for something to take into tomorrow at this point. Needing. Fell down in front of the LTU bench. Radu back to mid-ice there. Two players entangled. Hit by Zarnik that time. 20 seconds to play now. Pottinger will continue play there. No surprise with the score and the time. Down to 10. This one pounded to the corner. Oakland maybe with one last shot. They're not even going to get the opportunity to do so. Lawrence Tech topples one of the top teams in the nation to continue their rise up the national ranks. 8-4. Your final in this one, your final thoughts?
Well, it was definitely after that first goal by Oakland that woke up this team, because Lawrence Tech coming in after a long break, they needed a bit of a wake-up call, and Oakland just gave them that with that early goal. And then Lawrence Tech just took control from there. 3 goals in the first period, two within the second period, and then a Monterage, another set of 2 to put up an 8 spot here in this game. This is what this team is all about. Waking up and just hanging around with the best of them, because they're at the number 8 spot in the rankings, facing the number 6. So hopefully they keep the same energy going into tomorrow's matchup, because that should be an entertaining one depending on how Oakland responds.
Well, for Mr. Snow to my right and the rest of our fine crew here in Farmington Hills, I'm Jeremy Otto. Have a great night. 8-4, your final score. Lawrence Tech takes care of business down the stretch in this one.